Marshall Videos 82 here. It is time for another G.I. Joe toy review, and today we're wrapping up Ninja Month that I was working in correlation with Cobra Island, aka Mark Hoke, aka Hoke Island, aka Hokester. So thank you very much, Mark, for inviting me along on this little journey. It has been pretty cool. Learning something new about ninjas and the ninja culture and more about these action figures that I never really gave a second look at and never gave much thought to. So this has been a fun journey, so thanks again for that. Well, today we're going to be looking at Snake Eyes version 5. It came out in 1993 as a part of the 12th series, and also he was released under the Ninja Force toy line. The figures were numbers 1 through 7. Snake Eyes was number 1. He was discontinued in 1994, and his original retail price was, drumroll please, $4.99. But I did not pay $4.99 for this Snake Eyes. By the time these were pretty much hit the pegs in the KB at the mall where I frequented, they were all thrown in a bargain bin, and they were marked 2 for $5. So I got Scarlet and Snake Eyes around the same time. I don't think I bought them both together. I don't recall doing that. So I paid $2.50 for this guy. There's quite a bit going on with him. He really doesn't look like Snake Eyes to me. He did make his first appearance in this version in the Marvel issue number 1. It was 1 of 4 of the Ninja Force series. He graced the front cover, and by this time with the comics, Snake Eyes just dominated it. He was in the upper left-hand corner where Grunt used to be. It was Snake Eyes. He is the Boba Fett, or the Mandalorian, of the G.I. Joe universe. I don't think they intended him to be as popular as it was with Boba Fett. They didn't intend for him to be as popular as he is. But look where they're at. They made a Mandalorian movie on the Disney app or whatever they call it, and they have a Snake Eyes movie coming out. So without a doubt, he is a fan favorite. That could easily go without saying. Version 2 seems to be the most popular amongst collectors, and I can see why. That's my favorite. That was the first Snake Eyes I really got any real playtime with, was version 2. And between version 1 and 2 there was enough change where you could use version 1 as a different character if you so chose to. But nonetheless, very solid character. There is a card variant with this Snake Eyes, as it was with Scarlet. The first issue in 1993, the card was your standard card back. In 94, they got a little bit wider. So let me pull up those pictures as well as a picture of the comic so you guys can take a look at that. But I had posed the question in my last review, why are the action figures numbered? And I'm sorry for not writing your name down when you major suggestions so I could give you the credit due. And this is something I never really thought of. It was suggested by one of my viewers that it made it easier for parents, grandparents to shop for said action figure. Parents really weren't up on the names of all these characters. And instead of saying, well, I want Snake Eyes, or I want Dice, or I want Scarlet, or I want Budo, you said, I want number 1, number 3, number 7, and on the back of the card. And they looked at the, okay, number 1, 3, and 7, and they bought it. So, very smart idea. So, maybe that's what Hasbro had intended. It makes perfect sense to me. Also, kind of a historical event happened this morning. Did any of you guys catch the lunar eclipse? It was a blood moon. The last time I saw one of those was 2015, I think it was. Somewhere around that time. Working in Phoenix, and just happened to step outside and saw it and watched the whole eclipse go on. It was really neat. But anyway, childhood memory of this character. This is actually funny. I had just gotten off work, and excuse me, I stopped off at KB on my way out the door, and pardon me, swallowed wrong, and purchased Snake Eyes. My new endorsement. It's bottled water, not too bad. It's from the IP Freely company. So thank you, IP Freely, for providing me with this water. So anyway, I bought Snake Eyes, and I'm sitting out in front of the mall. There was a wall out in front of this area, which was known as the Artworks. It was just this weird art display. So I was sitting on that wall waiting for my mom to pick me up from work. And I was opening my action figure and looking at it, kind of playing with it. And one of my classmates, this is my senior year of high school, so I'm 18. One of my classmates comes walking up. Hey, Byron. Oh, Jeremy. So I'm trying to hide this thing back in my bag. And he's like, what you got there? I'm like, nothing. He said, I saw you buy it. I was like, okay. And I showed him, and come to find out, he loved G.I. Joe too. He loved the comics. And so we just sat there and shot the breeze about Snake Eyes and everything. And before he left, he said, have fun with your toy. So I got home, and Snake Eyes went in a box. His accessories went into another container, and my little brother played with them, I'm sure. But he's 7 years my junior, so he was 11 at the time, so he was still very much playing with toys. So yeah, that was my childhood memory of this Snake Eyes. So I shouldn't really say child, because I was a young adult by then, but yeah, that's my memory of this Snake Eyes. Rather embarrassing, but it turns out that they were still fans out there. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. There's some good and bad points about this one. So let's find out what's going on. Alrighty, so here's Snake Eyes. Let's go ahead and take a look at his accessories. The exact same that Scarlet came with. This broadsword, nunchucks, all done up in this light blue color, which I like. A shorter sword, a longer sword, a katana, a Bowie knife, and 2 claws or tiger claws. Cool accessories. I mean, they just mass produced and gave it to whoever they felt like. Okay, so looking at Snake Eyes. Does not look like Snake Eyes to me. His head does move up and down. He has this weird mask. If you could make that out, it shows up a little bit better there. His eyes are whited out, which kind of makes him look like a robot, especially with his arms being offset like they are, being down low. That is to activate his gimmick, where his chopping motion. So if you move his arms, they do ratchet. A little too afraid to move those. But what he has going for him, outside of him being clad in black, which Snake Eyes is known for, I love these splashes of blue on him. He's has a little pistol there sculpted on his leg, another knife sculpted on, this blue belt. The blue works. It works very well, accented against the black, and of course everything is done up in silver. Now all of his gear is explained, and I'll read that right off of yojo.com. So he has Mitsubishi escape flares, which are, I believe, right here. Torinoko plastic charges right here, plastic explosive. Armor-plated concealment mask, which obviously is on his face. Standard issue 9mm Beretta on his leg. The Nage Teppo smoke grenades, which probably right here on his chest. Armor-plated body armor. Well, that's redundant. If you're going to wear body armor, you better hope it's armor-plated. Okay, those are baseball grenades, so the other grenades must be down here or right here on his arm. Who knows? The Shinobi Tana dagger, which is on his leg. Sword blocking forearm shields right here, and those are a real item. Batman wore them. Soft tread foot wraps. Well, I don't really see any foot wrap on there. I see boots with these gnarly old knee pads. So, yeah, I mean, he has all these neat little escape and evasion type distraction devices on top of his plethora of ninja weapons. He has his swivel arm battle grip going on. I mean, for me, this is a far stretch for Snake Eyes. Of course, it was a new generation. The offset shoulders is kind of distracting, but that's just to make up for the gimmick that he has. Other than that, I mean, he's a pretty decent looking figure. I mean, the color palette works really well with him. And I know some folks don't like those brighter colors, but I go against the current sometimes, and I'm for the brighter colors. But really, Snake Eyes is Snake Eyes. He is one of those figures, you just see him and you know who he is. Like Destro. it's very hard to mistake Destro. How many metallic-headed figures were there? I mean, just the one, right? Just Destro. Cobra Commander, easy to discern. Snake Eyes is another one of those. Yeah, definitely pick this guy up. I mean, it's the last of the vintage collection, really, before the line decided to die out. I could do without those little gimmicks, but they were having to compete against some pretty tough toy lines, Ninja Turtles in particular. And of course, Alien versus Predator, Jurassic Park. So G.I. Joe or Hasbro tried to jump on that bandwagon with the Dino Hunters and sending Joes into outer space, and the Mega Marines, the Marines that fought the aliens. They were trying best. They were grasping at straws, and I personally think, well, I'm biased, but they were successful with it. But that is just me. But if any of you are curious, how many versions of Snake Eyes are there? Well, we're looking at 68, and the last one that was recorded on yojo.com was 2014. But last year, they gave us the retro Snake Eyes. So, what is that? 69 now? But yeah, he's not going to go away. Gosh, he's not going to go away easy. That's Snake Eyes for you. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into my favorite segment, Byron's Gripes. Yes, for those of you just joining me, thank you very much for my newest subscribers. I met a few of you through another channel, which is called Faces of the Forgotten. Gentleman, and I do mean gentleman, by the name of Ron, runs that channel. He goes through cemeteries and gives a brief history of the families, and there are certain cases, homicide cases or notable deaths. Well, all notable, but for lack of a better word, he'll give a history of that individual, not necessarily focusing on the criminal, but on the victim himself or themselves. He's been known to purchase headstones for the people who don't have them. So he's just that kind of guy. So go ahead and check out his channel. I'll try to put a link in the bottom in the description. I am not 100% savvy on how to do that, so I apologize if it doesn't come up, but just type in the word Faces of the Forgotten. Give that guy's channel a look-see if that's something that interests you. Subscribe to his channel. He's a real good guy. He actually travels around the country and does other grave sites, but he's based out of Chicago. So I met a few of the newer subscribers on that channel. So thank you guys very much for subscribing, and I've subbed back. A lot of really cool people out there. So I do Byron's Gripes as a means of entertainment. I use eBay just for a quick reference. It's not to pick on eBay or the sellers. That's not what I'm about. That's not what this channel is about. I do pick on the high prices. And if any of you are out there in the vintage toy market, you know how nuts these prices can get. And it gets frustrating sometimes because these prices are so high that it's really limiting who buys, and it's prohibiting kids from getting into the excitement of toy collecting, collecting toys from their parents past, and even people who are adults are wanting to get into collecting that have a family and cars and a mortgage. It makes it harder on a fixed budget to collect these. And I have actually even stopped buying frequently because of that. The prices are just too much. So anyway, let's go ahead, and I have plenty to go for years for for reviews, so it doesn't break my heart. So let's go right ahead and take a look at this guy. Snake Eyes by himself, $9.99 or better offer. There's one for $13. Oh, he comes with a figure stand, as all the figures did in the 90s. I don't have the figure stand, so I still consider him complete, because he has all his weapons. Here's one that's incomplete, $12.99, has a few of the weapons and figure stand. The comic, $13.75, just the nunchucks, $3.99. I seldom quote auction prices because of the fluidity of them. The comic that I pulled up, issue 135, that one's going for $19.95. Comic book prices are starting to go back up again. For a long time they were flat. Oh man, it was pretty bad. It was almost sad how inexpensive they were selling for, but now their prices are going back up. So that just shows you the fluidity of the collector's market. Looks like the shorter sword, $195. His knife, $697, which I think is just a little bit too expensive just for that one tiny accessory. Here's one complete, $19.99, deal of the day. That's not bad at all for that one. Here's another one, complete, $34.95. I don't think so. Really? $35 for that? It's not like this guy wasn't mass produced or anything. I don't know. Did you find him on the deck of the Titanic? Is that why he's so valuable? Here's another one, 100% complete with file card, $49.99. Again, way too expensive for my liking. It's one incomplete, $10.49, nunchucks, $2. You'll pay more in shipping than you will for the actual accessory, and the shipping is $3.80, which is average for shipping. Let's see, another one that is complete, $29.99 or better offer. Here's one that's carded on the second run of the card, the wider card. $95 or better offer. I'm going to go ahead and put that up with deal of the day for $95. That is not too bad for a vintage carded figure, especially in today's market. Then 1993 also released the Shadow Ninjas, and the exact same mold as this Snake Eyes. The Shadow Ninjas would change color. You dip them in cold water, they get dark. Dip them in light water, warm water, and they would become somewhat translucent. So hence the shadow. That one is $35. His claws, $1.99 each. Here's Snake Eyes just with the figure stand, $15.95. Another one, incomplete, $24.99 or better offer. I'm starting to run into more and more of the or better offers that people just don't come down much. Just try to negotiate a price for Major Blood. I did it just for the fun of it. You know, the new 6-inch Major Blood. The guy didn't even budge when he was wanting $88. I put in $87.50. Still didn't budge from that price. So I was like, I'm backing out. But of course, if he would have said accepted, I would have had to have honored it. But, you know, I wouldn't have liked to, you know, contribute to that. Just as an experiment. So anyway, continuing on, 100% complete, $27 or better offer, deal of the day. Here's one missing the figure stand, $24.99. Oh, okay. This guy is selling 2 of them, a pair of carded, $55.99. Even if that was just one carded, that is still deal of the day. I like that idea. Snake Eyes by himself, $23.60. Loosen the purse strings a little bit more, Uncle Scrooge. Covert Mission, Snake Eyes, same thing. Complete with the card back, $27.99. Now, I would pay that because it has a full card back on there, uncut. And a lot of his accessories, a lot of accessories. Here's another carded one, mint on card. This is the version 1 of the file card. So it's the thinner card back, $79.99. I'll put that up with deal of the day as well. I mean, there are a lot of these figures out there. Complete card back, $2.50. Not bad. That's not bad at all. Another Shadow Ninja, Snake Eyes, $3.99. And here's another one because it's the same year, same model, so I'm throwing that in there. Here's one, AFA of 80, and you guys have been watching my channel, you know what I say about AFA. It has its questions. $299.99. I think not. All of his accessories, $18. Really? But I guess he'll save you from having to buy all the accessories individually. And the pages go on and on and on. So he's available. The prices aren't too insane, but there are some out there that really, could be a little bit nicer. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. When I reach 500, I'll be holding a giveaway. You betcha, I'll be holding a giveaway, boyo. Some cool prizes. Giving away a 6-inch classified Destro, a complete Python Patrol ASP, and one of those Target or Walmart vintage-ish Snake Eyes. So giving out some really cool prizes to all my subscribers and channel supporters. Why? Just because. I mean, you guys are great. I enjoy you guys tuning in every week, showing me a little support, and that's just my way of thanking you guys for being so awesome. A lot of you have been with me since the beginning. It'll be 5 years this August that I'll be doing this. Or July, 5 years in July. So yeah, I mean, this is great. It's been a fun journey. We've been through some pretty tough times together and also some very, very good times as well. You've seen me gain weight. I looked at some of my earlier videos, and my gosh, I'm almost up to 300 pounds now. Yeah. What can I say? Getting old isn't without its burdens, and too much fast food. Cardiologist didn't hear that. So anyway, you guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Remember, safety, sanitize 6 feet, keep your hands washed, wear your mask, social distance. If you haven't gotten your vaccine yet, talk to your doctor, discuss it with your family, see if those options are right for you. Only you guys know what's right for you. That the light, the tunnel is coming. I mean, it's great. It's liberating. Mom and I both have vaccines on board. We actually enjoy going out and eating in restaurants now. Again, I should say, and it's nice. It's nice not. Oh, I forgot my mask. Yeah, I still wear the mask even though I had a vaccine. I just don't want to throw caution to the wind, and people in this area know me as a healthcare provider, so I need to set the example still. So anyway, you guys, thank you again for tuning in. I can't thank you enough. Remember, be kind to everybody, especially be kind to animals. They know nothing but unconditional love. You guys, stay safe this summer. Have fun. Get out and enjoy the beautiful weather. Enjoy your friends and family again. I mean, we could start doing that. So maybe this year things will be a little bit better for us, huh? So we'll see. Only time will tell. So you guys take care. See you next week for another G.I. Joe toy review.